Hey guys, you're back with Steph and Dennis, and today we're talking about our work from home setup. You might have seen a video from us last year where we talk about our new desk setup. That was pretty much when we figured out that we're gonna be working from home for the foreseeable future, and now here we are over a year later, and we've still been working from home. So we've done some upgrading, and this time we're specifically gonna be focusing on the upgrading that we've been doing for our YouTube channel. You've seen us use our office setup, basically the other side of our bedroom before, for all of our day-to-day work and our old work weeks in the life that we've done before, but we also do use it for doing work for our YouTube channel as well. So we're gonna show you what the space has been looking like now with a few technology upgrades that we've been doing, and we'll also give you a little review on how the desk and chairs have been holding up as well in the last year. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like it to come, show us some love down below by hitting the like and subscribe button for us, and let's jump right into all of the new stuff.
Alright guys, so we're gonna take a tour of our little office space that we got here, but before we do that, we actually took some clips of us just unboxing everything, so yeah, I'm gonna throw that in right now.
Okay, we have a whole pile of stuff for our new work setup. The first one's not really part of the actual setup, but we got it with the whole group of new hardware and technology. So it's a phone tripod, specifically for when we do our Instagram Reels and TikToks. We found it hard to hold the phone. Well, it's not hard to hold the phone, but the quality isn't the same. It's a little more shaky. So we've already been using it. It's out of the box, but it's been great so far. The next thing is in this little package right here that we actually haven't opened up yet, but it has the RAM. So what you'll see in a little bit is our new desktop monitor. And in that, we actually did a cheaper version of upgrading the RAM instead of upgrading it for like $1,000. I don't remember how much this is, but a lot less. So that's what's in here. I'm assuming it's really tiny. Feels like there's bubble wrap in there. Okay, next up, I'll show this first because I think it makes sense for the accessories. So the MacBook Air, it's the new laptop. So I've been working off of a laptop that is from 2012 at I think it's about 2012. I can't even get software that's beyond, I think 2018 is the cutoff. So not super functional for what we obviously do. So this is the updated laptop that we can use for editing, both videos, but specifically photos and stuff like that. So to go along with that is the keyboard. I actually already have a mouse. It's an older Apple mouse, and I've never really used it, but still in the box. So gonna use that with this setup, and then also the keyboard too, more for ergonomics. You'll see in a sec that we have the laptop stands. So instead of using the laptop keyboard, I use this. Okay, next up, there's something that's really interesting with the new laptops. Maybe we'll talk about this more in a sec, so I won't go on it too long, is that there's not as many USBs, if any, imports. So you actually need adapters to do that. Yeah, I think there's none. So this one's a multi-port adapter. It has a USB and some other ports as well. We have another one that's not in this pile that's just a USB adapter too. Next up is these ones right here in the front. I'll give you two different angles. So these are the laptop stands we chose. Again, for the ergonomics, so that they can be lifted up and we're not straining our necks all day working, which is what we've had. The IKEA stands, a few of you have asked us about those before. They were great in the interim, but these lift them up even higher, which is better for you. So you'll see them in action in a sec, but we got the Rain from M-Stand, specifically ordered them off of Amazon. And then last up over here is the Thunderbolt 3 dock. Just read that, didn't know that's what it's called. But specifically also, I think for the monitor as well. Dennis knows a little bit more about this, so I'm sure I'll talk about it more when it's actually set up. But that is what this is, and it's gonna go in the back of the setup, so you'll see it in action too. And the last thing, maybe we'll show you in a separate clip in a sec, but we have some desk pads as well, and then obviously the monitor too, so we'll show you those in a sec.
Alright, so the first thing we're gonna cover in this office tour are our desks and our chairs. So if you were tuned into our channel last year in August, when we released our work from home setup video, this is what we bought. So when it comes to the desk has been pretty good. It's from IKEA. The only thing that I particularly don't like about it is that it's white. So if you do get a scratch, it is pretty easy to notice. But yeah, the desk has been good. I don't have any issues with it. The only problem that we do have is that we don't use the lever to actually raise it up or down as much as we should be, but that's more of an us problem than it is a desk problem. But yeah, if we move on to the chairs, you'll notice that mine's a bit more banged up than Steph's, but that's kind of our, particular personalities. I just don't take care of my stuff as much as she does. So yeah, apart from that, the chairs have been good. They are more on the expensive side, but when it comes to ergonomic chairs, they are a lot cheaper than some of the more high-end ones. All right, so the next thing that I want to cover is pretty much the focal point of the entire desk, and that's the MacBook Air and the iMac, right? So if we start off with the iMac, you guys probably noticed back in August, our videos were moving kind of slow. We weren't posting as much as we wanted. And the reason behind that is because my MacBook Pro actually broke. And, you know, I got it at the beginning of university, like, you know, 8 to 10 years ago. So really old laptop, and we kind of needed an editing machine, something that could just deliver the work on time, you know, something that was reliable, and that's exactly what this iMac is. When it comes to the MacBook Air, on the other hand, it pretty much does everything else. So when it comes to editing photos, when it comes to just planning, content planning, all of that, this machine does, and it's just really great for Steph. So yeah, overall really great. It came with the keyboard, with the trackpad. Steph already had a mouse, but we also got her a keyboard as well to just make sure that she was, you know, ergonomic and all good to go. All right, and now for the details that we have scattered around the desk, or the little finer things that we bought. We've got our Satechi desk pads, which are super clean, all black. We did a lot of research on these ones because we wanted ones that weren't too expensive, but ones that weren't gonna be so cheap that they would curl over time or just, you know, be super kind of crappy, right? And then next to the iMac, what we have is actually a dock. So this is super clutch because if, let's say we film our videos and we want to input our hard drive, which is where we store all of our videos, if we want to put in our SD card right after we film, this is what does it. For those of you who don't know, everything, like all the ports for the iMac are at the back. So instead of the hassle of having to go all the way around the back, you have this dock right next to it, and then yeah, it makes things super easy and super clean, right? All right, so now if we move to the other side of the desk, what we've got is our phone tripod, we've got our phone mic, and this is what we use for our Instagram Reels, for our TikToks. Make sure you check those out. And then what else do we have? We have our adapters, we've got our different cords, our different pens, little knickknacks on the side. But yeah, basically for those of you who don't know, Apple now, when it comes to the MacBook Air, only gives you 2 ports, which really sucks. So now you have to have all these different adapters moving around, so we kind of have them in this corner to just like keep them in one place. But yeah, apart from that, that kind of wraps things up. Alright guys, that's a wrap on this video. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the updated space. I know we're loving it. And we also hope that we actually gave you guys like a good enough background on why we bought each piece of item. But if anyone has any questions, concerns, whatever, let us know down in the comment box below. And as usual, if you haven't checked out any of our previous videos, make sure you do check them out next door. We will be back. You already know the vibes. Let's go.
Okay. Maybe I should slide up. I'll just slide one out. Woo! Oh my god, look! I'm never in.
Okay, I'm ready.